changed. And if we don't make it known, then we're pussies. You need to scare the living daylights.
Rob and I are crazy close to one another. I mean, we've always been, but I do not have a relationship with Dream's mom. It's just hard to have a relationship with someone when they sue you for hundreds of millions of dollars.
No one saw it coming. Not the fans, not the tabloids, not even the Kardashians. After years of silence, drama, and distance, Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna have reportedly found their way back into the headlines together. And this time, it's not about a lawsuit, not about an argument, it's about a baby. Blac Chyna is expecting, and Rob's name is back in the mix, one insider revealed. Within minutes, the internet exploded. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, every corner of social media was flooded with one question. Wait, are Rob and Chyna having another baby? It all started with a photo, Chyna, glowing, dressed in white, walking out of a Beverly Hills spa with what fans swear looked like a baby bump. Within hours, paparazzi captions turned into headlines. Chyna spotted with a bump, fans speculate Rob connection. At first, most people brushed it off as another rumor, but then came the cryptic post. Chyna uploaded a single image to her Instagram story. A soft pink background, a baby emoji, and the caption, "New blessings, new beginnings," and that was all it took. The Kardashian internet broke. Thousands of comments flooded in within minutes, some congratulating her, others demanding answers. No way Rob's back in this mess. If it's true, Khloé's gonna lose her mind. Tyga's about to say something, I can feel it. According to multiple sources, the Kardashian family found out the same way everyone else did, online. And apparently, Khloé Kardashian was furious. Khloé couldn't believe it, one insider said. Her first reaction was just, "You've gotta be kidding me."
She's suing us for over $100 million, and we're leaving our fate in the hands of 12 random people. What if they hate us? Rob and I are crazy close to one another. I mean, we've always been, but I do not have a relationship with Dream's mom. It's just hard to have a relationship with someone when they sue you for hundreds of millions of dollars.
If you keep seeing that everyone keeps taking advantage of you because you're just too nice, sometimes you gotta just let a bitch know and remind them who the you are. So they're too afraid to take advantage of you. When I talked to him, he was very much like in love with her. Am I missing something? How long have I not been speaking for?
For years, she's been Rob's biggest defender, helping him through heartbreak, health struggles, and drama. So when she saw his name being pulled back into the spotlight, with Chyna of all people, it felt like deja vu. The kind of deja vu that comes with headlines, chaos, and family tension. And if history has taught us anything, it's that when Rob and Chyna are back in the news, the Kardashian world shakes. Before there was shock, before the new baby rumors, there was history, messy, emotional, explosive history. Because when Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna first got together back in 2016, it wasn't just a relationship, it was a scandal waiting to happen. At the time, Chyna had just split from Tyga, the same Tyga who was dating Kylie Jenner, Rob's younger sister. The internet lost its mind, the Kardashians went silent, and suddenly what should have been a love story became a family feud on full display. It was chaos, one former producer from Keeping Up with the Kardashians recalled. Nobody knew how to handle it. It was too personal, even for them. Still, Rob and Chyna didn't care. They were in love, defiant, dramatic, and determined to prove everyone wrong. Within months, they were inseparable. They moved in together, got engaged, and announced that they were expecting their first child, all before the world could catch its breath. They're soulmates, Rob posted at the time, and I can't wait to start our family. Their daughter, Dream Kardashian, was born in November 2016. And for a brief moment, everything looked peaceful. Smiles, family photos, a new beginning. But behind the cameras, that peace was already crumbling. By the time Rob and Chyna, their short-lived reality show aired on E!, the cracks were impossible to hide. Arguments turned into shouting matches, posts became public jabs, and soon their love story became one of the most chaotic chapters in Kardashian history. They were both hurt and both stubborn, an insider said. It was like watching two storms collide. Then came the final blow, their explosive breakup in 2017. What followed was years of legal battles, custody disputes, and accusations that made headlines week after week. Rob went quiet and withdrawing from the spotlight completely. Chyna, on the other hand, stayed visible, rebuilding her image, focusing on motherhood, and even reconciling publicly with her ex Tyga and the Kardashian family, at least on the surface. "We've all grown up," Chyna said in 2023. "I'm in a different space now." But now, with the baby rumors spreading faster than wildfire, that fragile piece seems to be cracking again. For Khloé and the rest of the Kardashian clan, this isn't just shocking news. It's emotional deja vu. They've lived through the Rob and Chyna roller coaster before. The highs, the heartbreaks, the courtroom drama, and seeing those names side by side again has reopened memories they swore they'd left behind. "It's like history repeating itself," one insider said, and Khloé's terrified Rob will get hurt again. Because for Khloé, this isn't about headlines, it's about protecting her brother. And if this rumor is true, she's not ready to watch him go through another heartbreak, no matter how much time has passed. When the baby news broke, the entire Kardashian family group chat reportedly went silent. No one knew what to say, but then Khloé spoke first. "You've got to be kidding me," she texted, followed by what one insider described as a string of disbelief emojis and about 5 exclamation marks. Because for Khloé Kardashian, this wasn't just gossip, it was history repeating itself. If there's one thing Khloé's known for, it's being fiercely protective of her family, especially her younger brother, Rob Kardashian. She's been there through all of it, his heartbreak, his struggles with confidence, his retreat from the public eye. She helped raise Dream when things got complicated. She kept his name out of the tabloids when he couldn't do it himself. So when she saw Rob and Chyna trending again, her heart sank. Khloé's reaction wasn't anger at first, it was worry, one source revealed. She's seen Rob go through this pain before. She doesn't want him dragged back into it. But that worry quickly turned into frustration, because according to insiders, Khloé had no idea any of this was coming. Sources close to the family claim Khloé found out the same way everyone else did, through the internet, and that, more than anything, made her furious. "She felt blindsided," a Kardashian insider said. "She didn't even get a call, not a heads up, nothing." It wasn't about the rumor itself, it was about trust. After everything the family had been through, Khloé believed they had agreed. No surprises, no secrets, no media traps. So, when Chyna dropped that cryptic Instagram post, the baby emoji, the new blessings caption, Khloé saw it as a trigger, a reminder of every headline, every sleepless night, and every emotional breakdown Rob went through the first time. Khloé's not judging Rob, the source added. She just doesn't want him to get hurt again. Within hours, Khloé reportedly reached out to her mom, Kris Jenner, and sister Kim, demanding answers. "If this is real," she said, "we're not doing this again. I can't watch him fall apart." Insiders say Kris tried to calm her down, insisting the family needed to wait for facts. But Khloé wasn't convinced. "I've seen this movie before," she allegedly told her mom, "and it doesn't end well." Those closest to her say she's not just angry, she's scared. Scared that the progress Rob's made could be undone overnight. Scared that Chyna, whether intentionally or not, could pull him back into a cycle he's barely recovered from. Because for Khloé, this isn't tabloid drama, this is personal, this is family. And when it comes to Rob Kardashian, Khloé doesn't play. When the Rob and Chyna baby news broke, fans didn't just turn their eyes to the Kardashians, they immediately turned to one name in particular, Tyga. Because if anyone knows what it's like to be caught in the middle of this family's tangled web, it's him. Tyga isn't just Chyna's ex, he's also Kylie Jenner's ex, the father of Chyna's first child, and once upon a time, the center of one of Calabasas's messiest love triangles. So when the rumors started flying again, the internet didn't ask if Tyga would react, they asked when. And sure enough, he did. It started quietly, a cryptic post on Tyga's Instagram story. No words, just a black screen with the line, "History doesn't always need a sequel." Within minutes, fans lost it. Screenshots spread like wildfire. People started connecting dots, convinced the message was a subtle response to the Rob and Chyna baby news. "That's 100% about Chyna," one fan commented. "He's basically saying, don't go back there." Others claimed he was warning Rob, not maliciously, but as someone who's been there, lived it, and survived it. Tyga knows that world too well, an insider said. He's not trying to stir drama. He's just done watching the same story repeat itself. To understand Tyga's reaction, you have to remember his past. He and Chyna share a son, King Cairo, and they were once one of the most talked about couples in Hollywood. But when their relationship ended and Tyga began dating Kylie, the drama split the Kardashian circle right down the middle. Years later, both Chyna and Tyga said they'd moved on. They even co-parented peacefully for a while. But the tension has never fully disappeared. There's history there, the source added, and whenever Chyna's name starts trending, Tyga's gets dragged into it whether he likes it or not. So when fans started mentioning Rob's name again, Tyga couldn't stay silent. Not because he wanted attention, but because he's seen how fast things spiral when Chyna and the Kardashians collide. His post went instantly viral, racking up millions of views within hours. Half the internet praised him for speaking the truth. The other half accused him of throwing shade and reigniting old drama. Tyga's not wrong, one tweet read. He's just saying what everyone's thinking. This man has front row trauma from that whole situation, another joked. But deep down, fans could sense something real behind his words. Not bitterness, not shade, just fatigue. Because in the Kardashian universe, where love stories and headlines never really end, Tyga's reaction was more than just gossip. It was a reminder that even years later, some stories still sting. He's moved on, a close friend of Tyga said, but he'll never forget what that chaos felt like. Whenever a Kardashian family crisis hits, one thing's always true. Everyone takes sides. And this time, with Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna's baby news tearing through Calabasas, even the tightest family bonds started to strain. Because inside that famous family group chat, not everyone agreed on how to handle it. The first person to step in was, of course, Kris Jenner, the momager, the peacemaker, and the ultimate PR strategist. The moment she saw Chyna's post trending, Kris reportedly went into crisis mode. Kris was the calm one, a source revealed. She told everyone not to react publicly until they knew the facts. But even her signature cool-headedness couldn't fully contain the emotional storm building around her kids. Behind closed doors, Kris was torn. She wanted to protect Rob, but she also knew that responding impulsively could make things worse. She's done this dance before, one insider said. Kris knows every move counts when it comes to Chyna. So while the world speculated and Khloé fumed, Kris started making quiet calls. To Rob, to Chyna's team, to anyone who could clarify what was really happening. Her mission? Contain the narrative before it spun out of control. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian was playing a different game. She didn't rage or panic, she strategized. Kim's been through her fair share of public chaos, and she knows the cost of giving drama oxygen. So while Khloé vented her anger, Kim chose silence, the kind that makes people wonder what she's really thinking. Kim's approach is always don't feed it, an insider explained. She told the family to ignore the noise and let it pass. But behind her calm exterior, Kim's loyalty was clear. She stood with Rob. Privately, she reached out to her brother, making sure he was okay, reminding him to stay offline and not get drawn back into old patterns. She told him, don't let this drag you back. Focus on dream. Focus on peace. Then there was Khloé, still furious, still protective, and not afraid to say it. While Kris and Kim urged calm, Khloé made her stance clear. We can't just sit back and act like this is fine. She wasn't just angry about the headlines, she was angry that Rob might get hurt again. To her, this wasn't news, it was a threat to his recovery. Khloé's not trying to start drama, one family friend shared. She's just the only one saying out loud what everyone's thinking. And then, of course, there's Kylie Jenner, the unexpected link between Tyga, Chyna, and Rob. She's keeping her distance this time, but sources say she's been quietly checking in with both Rob and Tyga behind the scenes. Kylie doesn't want to pick sides, a source said. She just wants everyone to stay calm for the kids. Because at the center of all this, behind the gossip, behind the chaos, are the children. Dream Kardashian, King Cairo, and now possibly another baby on the way. And Kylie, who's a mother herself, knows better than anyone. Once kids are involved, there's no such thing as clean drama. So where does that leave them? A divided family, half ready to move on, half ready to fight. Kris is working behind the scenes, Kim is staying silent, and Khloé is raging. Kylie is keeping the peace, and Rob, he's somewhere in the middle, quiet, emotional, and trying to protect his peace while the world talks about him again. Rob's not saying much right now, an insider said, but everyone can feel the tension building. Because when it comes to Rob and Chyna, silence doesn't mean calm. It means something's coming. After days of silence, speculation, and chaos, Blac Chyna finally broke her silence, and just like always, she did it her way. The post was simple, a short video of her walking out of a studio, smiling, glowing, calm. In the caption, she wrote, "Growth is real, peace is real. This time, it's different. No names, no direct confirmation. But in the Kardashian world, that's all it takes for an earthquake." Within minutes, her comment section turned into a battlefield. Fans demanded answers, blog pages went into overdrive, and the internet, once again, couldn't look away. "Different how?" one user wrote. "Girl, don't start this again," another commented. "If this is about Rob, we've seen this movie." But others saw something new. Something softer. A woman who, after years of chaos, seemed at peace with her past. For the past few years, Chyna's been on what she calls her healing journey. She's gone through a physical transformation, embraced faith, and spoken openly about letting go of the pain that defined her public life. "I'm not the same person I was," she said in an interview last year. "I've grown up. I've learned who I am without the noise." She started going by her real name again, Angela White. She talked about motherhood, mental health, and forgiveness. Even her once feuding relationship with the Kardashians seemed to have calmed down. So when this new baby rumor surfaced, fans were torn. Was this a sign of a peaceful new chapter between her and Rob? Or was it the start of another Kardashian storm? "If she's really changed, she'll stay classy about this," one comment read. But if it's another stunt, the whole internet's watching. A few days later, Chyna doubled down with another statement, this time in an interview. She didn't confirm or deny anything. Instead, she focused on her message. "I'm in a good place," she said. "Whatever happens in my life from now on, it's coming from peace, not pain." When the interviewer pressed her about the Rob rumors, she just smiled. "All I'll say is, I wish everyone the best, especially Rob. We share something beautiful, and that will always matter." The internet couldn't tell if it was genuine or strategic. But one thing was certain. Blac Chyna had mastered the art of mystery. She didn't confirm the rumor. She didn't deny it. She let the world keep talking. And in a culture where silence is power, that might have been her smartest move yet. She knows how this works, an insider said. Every time people think she's done, she rewrites the story. By the end of the week, her post had over 1 million likes. Tyga stayed quiet, Rob stayed invisible. And the Kardashian family still reeling, waiting, watching, and wondering what comes next. Because when Blac Chyna says this time it's different, the question isn't if something's coming, it's when. So now the question everyone's asking is simple. Is this the start of something new or the same old story with a different filter? Because when it comes to Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian, the line between healing and history has always been blurry. One moment it's growth and peace, and the next it's headlines and heartbreak. And somewhere in the middle, there's Khloé, still protecting her brother. Kris trying to hold the empire together, Kim staying strategic, Tyga staying cautious, and Chyna walking that fine line between rebirth and relapse. Growth is real, peace is real, that's what she said, and maybe this time it really is. Because if we've learned anything from this family, it's that nothing ever truly ends. It just evolves. And the people we used to see as villains or victims, sometimes they surprise us the most. Maybe this is Chyna's redemption arc, maybe it's Rob's quiet return, or maybe it's just another chapter in the Kardashian saga that never sleeps. Either way, one thing's for sure, Calabasas is never quiet for long. So what do you think, Hush Hush fam? Is this really a new beginning for Rob and Chyna, or just old drama with a new twist? Drop your thoughts down below. Are you Team Hope, believing in growth and forgiveness? Or Team Reality, thinking some stories are better left in the past? Tap that like button if you think everyone deserves a second chance, even in Hollywood. Hit subscribe to join the Hush Hush Fame family, where we dive deeper than the gossip and uncover the truth behind the headlines. Leave a comment with your take. Are Rob and Chyna really evolving, or is the chaos just reloading? And don't forget to share this video with your friends, because everyone has that one person who swears they're done with drama until they're not. This is Hush Hush Fame, where every whisper has weight, every story has layers, and every week we bring you the truth behind the fame. Thank you for watching, my Hush Hush fam. Stay curious, stay kind, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.